Alright, you guys, here we are on our next installment. Let's see. Let me change this right over here real quick. Oh, come on. React. I have my computers on a switch here, so. Let me see what we have here. Subtool. And that's the geometry. Okay, we're all the way up. And I think that's all I need to know. Do I have any layers on this? Yep, I do. So I'm going to stop the recording on that layer. Okay. And I am going to bake them all. And I'm going to save it. Actually, let's create Control S. And do I have it there? Yep. So 13. And we're going to call this UV layout. Okay. All right. So I'm going to create a new layer for this. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to use standard. Well, I can use this line style brush, which I already have. But you could use standard. Just make sure that it's on RGB and take out the C add. And that, hopefully it's on lazy mouse. So I'll take my line style brush right over here. And how I approach this is doing people who were with me in the class. You guys, you already know how I did this. I'm gonna take dynamic out. Make sure that I'm like around 4, 5. Excuse me. And let me do something before I do this. I'm gonna take this recording out and just delete it for the time being. I'm gonna make sure that I'm in white color and that this one is black. Okay, and I will make sure that this is gonna be we're gonna be filling this object with white because this is our primary color. And now I'm gonna be able to start my layer. So I'm gonna switch color, go to black. Let me make sure that my stroke that I have lazy mouse going on. Yep, I'm gonna make it smaller, 0.002 and about 10. Okay. I'm gonna do one here first for the inside of the eye. It probably should be all the way in. If you hold Option, you will be able to erase, because with Option or Alt in that case, you're using the other color, which is white, so it's painting with white. So let's go back to what we had, and let's do this way. I need to make sure this is right on the edge, so I'm going to put polygons right there later. And it's important that they're correct. Okay. I'm going to upsize the draw size of this to 10 so we can see a little bit better. I'll put another one right over here. want to make sure, although you don't have to, but you know, I want to make sure that I have a polygon right over there. I'm going to erase this one. There you go. Well, see, we didn't do X symmetry on this. Not good. It's not a big deal. Because anyway, we're going to create everything in X symmetry later, so let's do this one right over here. I'm going to continue to do circles around the eye, and that's for our correct loop edges, or I'm sorry, edge loops. I'm going to create another one for the nose. Usually I start right over here. And I like to create edges right where there's major changes in plane changes. So like right over here, it's very important to have one. We're also going to have one, whoops, right over here in the nasolabial fold. Make sure that it goes down in this direction. And then it goes like that. It theoretically could go down the chin, so don't necessarily have to follow that one. Excuse me. I want to make sure that this is following this. And every time I create one of these, they always end up being different. And that's the beauty of actually doing it with the pen. I mean, actually drawing it instead of doing it right away. Is that, you know, you can try new, you know, different layouts. Okay, we're going to have another one for the mouth. And one right on the edge. Then I'm going to create another one right around it. And at least I'm going to need those two. We may need a third one, but I still have to. I know that I'm going to have one right here where this is going to unify. We will have another one on the ear. One here for sure. Right there. You can take the stroke out, I mean the lazy mouse, if you want to just erase real quick. You have to do so. Hit the letter L for lazy mouse. And I am going to select another ring around it. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a ring. There you go. I'm going to create this one again. make sure that it's on the other eye also. And like that. There you go. So now we have it in both eyes. We need some for the nostrils. One for sure for the inside. That is at least needed there. We are going to need one for the middle of the face. And you put it right in the center when they join. Start drawing and then shift. Don't do shift before start drawing, because otherwise you'll go into directly into, well, smooth. And try to not zoom out, so that way you keep the same width for the, and again, the same width for the line, I'm sorry. That's what I was trying to say. Now symmetry may not work while you're those light angles, so not symmetry, I'm sorry, the line to be straight. See, now I screwed up right there. Sometimes that's just how it goes. I'm going to just use the head right now. I don't want to. There you go. So now I can see from here. Hopefully this will be the same size. Yeah, close. Ugh. I'm hopefully doing the other side of the head, the top of it. By doing that. Oh. And obviously where the polygons are not as thick, I mean as where the mesh is a little light, these polygons will be kind of soft. I mean, this paint will be kind of soft. It won't be as sharp. And that's just the nature of ZBrush. ZBrush, because it will do Polypaint based on how dense the mesh is. So if you want really sharp textures, you really have to have a high poly count. I don't know if I want this like this right now. I know I want a division there. I don't know how much I want this right here. Now, because both my eyebrows are not symmetrical, the paint will have problems sometimes showing on one side or the other, and that's just normal. Don't know how. Probably want this a little straight like that. Much better. Maybe this way. I don't know yet. That's something I have to decide where I want that to meet, because maybe I can make it meet right over here. That might be a solution. Instead of making it turn into the eye. It's always a possibility. We can always erase it and redo it again if we need it. We need another one right over here. Just hit one there. You always want one right there. Keep holding shift to keep them straight. And on this one, actually it's going to go like this. And then it will continue like that. These are the only ones that, the only lines that I know for sure are always constant. Okay, at least for now we have those ones. Let's hit quick save. This may go a little bit to the side if I want to. You know, they don't have to be perfectly straight like that. It's usually a good idea to have them straight, but they can deviate a little bit just to create a little bit more form if you need to. Okay, so what else? What other lines do we need that need to be there? We need this one for sure, the middle line of the head. Right over there. So that might be a little bit too thick. Might become a little closer. And this one will go in this direction. And more than likely it will go in right over here. Okay, that's good like that. And I guess we can start getting all this together. We want some coming from the corners of the eye, that's for sure. So like this. Those ones have got to be there. So does the ones on the mouth. You gotta have one like that right over here. So now I'm gonna get one right here for the nose. Now the mouth, obviously, right now in ZBrush we have it closed, but when we do the remesh, it's going to be an open thing. So you can send as many loops as you want through the mouth. The top one and the bottom one do not have to match because obviously it's gonna be an open hole. And the same thing with the eyes. Top one, I mean, you would like to have them almost equal. And you know, if you have 8 going over here, you should probably try to get as 8 or 9 will be fine. Maybe 10. I mean, you don't want to go completely crazy. You know, have 30 right over here and 10 here. That's weird, and it wouldn't work too well. But you know, they don't have to be 8 and 8 or 7 and 7. It doesn't have to be that way. Same thing with the eyes. There's also holes right here in the nose that you can send as many as you want, and sort of right here in the ear that you can send also as many loops as you want, within reason, of course. There is a change right over here that I know has to happen. Change in plane. I'm gonna put that one there. And I think I just created a quad right there, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Just created that quad. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can have our next line right there. And of course, this can. I'm creating round lines. Obviously, that's not going to work in real life. So this will probably be like this. And you'll probably have the cut right there, not right here. I'll leave that one there for now. Okay. Let's see what else. Where else do we do? We're going to have obviously a cut right there to meet this. We're probably going to have another one right over here. It's going to go in this direction. I don't know if I want that there because that's going to create a star. Maybe one. I'm not so sure I want this there, but okay. I'm going to do it for now like that. We're going to have another cut right over here. And this one will go right over here. I'm not going to complete it just yet. It definitely has to go there. And that means that these one will touch with that one right there somehow. Come on. I hit L and Option to erase this. Much better. The thing is, if I send one right over here, let me see. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's a 6 star, and I don't like those ones. Those ones usually create problems. Lots of pinching, which I'm not I don't like that much pinching going on. I'm going to erase this line for now. So I don't know if I like that. And I don't know if it's going to work out well for us to have that there. I'm going to erase this for now. This whole line. I know that I'm going to want another one right over here on this change, this turn. I'm going to want another one I bring this in. I'm going to erase it for now, and I'm going to here I'm going to need one to get that to work. Of course I had to do that. L, and we'll erase this. If I zoom out right now, because I don't have dynamic, the brush will get bigger and it'll be easier to erase. So just a tip right there. Okay, so right now I just created that loop. I may create another loop right over here. One right over here. I want to create one loop around the nose. At least around this area. Quad, quad. And this one will go down this way. I'm going to erase this. Go that way. And right there I just created a quad. Although I don't necessarily like that quad, because we're probably going to need more geometry right over here. More than likely we're going to have another 2 loops going. Let's bring this down a little bit more. Ah. It's very important to be careful when you create these ones, because these are going to be lines that are going to be used for animation, and they have to look good. They can't have like 5-sided polygons or stuff like that going on around them. At least you'll try to minimize that. It's a good idea to not let them go crazy with 5-sided polygons. Okay. Let's see what else. I'm gonna connect these two for now. And you can actually, well, no, that's not gonna work. We're just gonna have to create this like this. I was gonna say to just connect these ones right over here. I mean, you could, like that. And you're gonna have a line right over here, another one right over here. I guess you can. It's not that. It may end up being ugly geometry. We don't want ugly geometry. Another cut right there, because we're gonna have a turn right there, so we need at least two right here. Need one right where it turns. That's a good corner right there. This would be, if I connect this one right here, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a quad. Or I could actually do this and send another edge loop in this direction, which is probably what I'm going to do. Probably be the right thing to do. Now we have quad. Let's see. And quad. Quad. Yeah, I think that works well. Certainly hope so. Let's see. There's a lot about analyzing where you lay down your next lines. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an ugly one, but we have no other option. If I put one right here to here, you're going to create one here anyway. So there's going to be a 5-sided corner. So I mean a 5-sided corner, 5-polygon corner. Sorry, somewhere in there. There's going to be another one right over here, right where those ones touch. I wonder if I should just send. There's got to be another one, at least one more right over here. So I'm just going to put one more. At least one more. And I don't know if I should send this one to here. Maybe that's a good idea. 1, 2. I don't want to create a huge polygon there. This one can go in this direction. I think that'll work. And another one right up here. And another one right up here, which will create another one like this. And create there'll be another one coming out like that. These are what I call like rhomboids. They're quads. They don't look quite legit, but they still work. Now we can actually create. We can actually get rid of that. No, not that one. That one's fine. Let's L and go a little bit farther out. And oops. And let's erase this one. And we can erase this loop. Make it a little bigger down over here. L. Ah, hate it when that happens. Like that. And bring this one like this. Make it a little closer because I want to keep the same width. And bring this like this. Get rid of this one. Okay, that's a little better. Like that. That way, the next one that hits is going to be like this. Go closer. And go like that. There you go. I think that's a better solution, quite frankly. I know that one is going to have to come here. Let's make that sure that that's there. We have big polygons right over here. I can bring another one here, 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 here. Just like that. Actually, this one's going to come this direction onto the mouth. And probably like right over here. More than likely we will have another one coming out in this direction. It's going to come out like this. This one's going to come out like that. Come on, now closer. Out of each corner you're going to want to have at least two very close ones. So this one and this one's going to have another one right up here. And that's just to create that fold. They can spread towards when they start spreading out, but right at the corner of the eye and corner of the mouth they have to be there. So I already created the one for this one. Now I need another one coming right over here. That can go that way. This one can go this way. And they do need to come like really close. Okay. Let me quick save this right now. I'm going to put a stop. Okay. So let's see. Just know that I'm going to need at least another one right over here. At least one more. There you go. So we're going to have one going in like this. And another one going in. Just like that. And this one will go all the way and divide right there. Now I don't know if I should bring this one around. Maybe I am going to bring this one around. So when I create that loop, so when I create these one or two loops right over here, they're gonna go perfectly in there. I guess I can. Let's see. So we're gonna have two loops, 1 and 2. Make sure that they're dividing the space evenly. If that means doing one by one, so be it. It's very important to keep these things nicely separated and even. I'm going to bring this one closer to this area so I can have this fold. And it can start to spread around once it gets right in this area, because we don't need that fold as much there anymore. It's only right around the nose where we need it. I'm going to need this one right over here. Now we're going to hit this one right over here. This one can actually divide these ones evenly, these polygons. Right in the middle. There you go. And yeah, I think I'm gonna, I don't know, should I do this? It's probably a good idea anyway. Now again, this is all configurations. It doesn't have to be that way. You know, we could have run them right here on the underneath the chin. But you know, I'm trying something new. This may just end up being much better than what I've done before. So you never know. Okay, so what else do we do here? We're gonna have to use, I think I'm gonna have to run, because we have plenty of space right over here. At least this is very big. So I think I'm gonna run another loop right here. So I'm gonna erase this one for the time being. I'm gonna bring it closer. Yeah, a little bit bigger than that, so I can erase it well. There you go. Make sure that paint over them, right? I want to see something. Do I have? Oh, yeah. I'm smoothing out every time I do this. It's not good. Okay. Oh. You want to in a way, I know that it doesn't matter, but I said that it doesn't matter, but you want to keep this kind of clean, because I always, when you export it, you may get confused. It's like, oh my god, where does that line go? Especially when they're very close together in these areas, sometimes they can get a little confusing. I'm gonna bring this one a little bit this way. I'm just gonna move them around. This one a little bit further out. It's a matter of evening things out. Even this can be a little bit more this way. Like that. There you go. Okay, so what I was doing, I'm gonna put one right over here. I'm gonna use 2 loops. I'm gonna bring this one right over here, like that. Now this one will continue to go in this direction. I'm gonna make it right over here, and I'm bringing it close because of that cut right over here. That way we can get that nice cut right in this area, like that. And then we're going to use another one right up here. There you go. And that's a really good cut. I like it. Now we're gonna have to have one cut right over here for sure. This can probably spread out a little bit, maybe, so we don't have to have this line so close together, creating issues later. And we may want to have this one a little bit closer, so we close that gap. Okay. Let's hit L again. We obviously want to have at least 1 or 2 right over here, controlling this. Another one right over here. One right up here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one's gonna go back. This one's gonna go back also. There's gonna be a line right up here. This is gonna go like this. That. And usually it's a bad idea to have a 5-sided, a 5-polygon corner where there's a curve. So I might have to move that one a little bit in. Not really advisable to have 5 corners there. So Let's do this. This is starting to get a little bit too crowded, in my opinion. So we're going to move this one right over here. Hopefully that solves that issue. Hopefully it solves the issue. Yeah, that's a little better. At least it's in a flatter part. And that's a nice solution to that. So let's bring the lips now because we're done with this area. And again, they don't have to match. I'm sure I have more up here than I'm here, but I'll try to do my best. So how many do we ended up having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, turned out to be just the same. Awesome. I like it. Wasn't aiming for that and ended up being 8 and 8. Cool. Okay. So what now? We continue on this one like this. Let's see, that's probably not gonna work. We can continue in this direction like that. And this one's actually gonna have to keep on going like this. Oh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's ugly. We don't want that. So no, we're not gonna do that. We are going to have to reassess this one right over here. We definitely need a corner right over here to split that polygon. But the question is, how are we going to do that? Okay, there's one. Now this one can continue to the back. So does this one. These ones can continue this direction, that direction. Let's move this one in a little bit. I'm gonna move this one a little bit more right here. Okay. And now, let's see. No. I'm gonna create another one. This one goes down, down. Like that. Just like that. I don't know if maybe I should connect it there or here. I'll figure that one in a minute. Just want to make sure that we're doing this, completing this ones. Go down. And you want to kind of have start to straighten them out. Right up here. Go like that. Got to be a little bit careful because we'll run out of space right over here. We may need a couple more. At least another 2 to divide this. So where is this gonna go? Up here. Come on. Like that. And this one can be met right there. Although I much would rather not have that going. Like that. I'd much rather move these ones. Let me see. This one's a little bit farther in. Just like that. And why I'm doing that is because they were way too close together in that area. And I need this to be a little bit not as cramped. There you go, ZBrush doing its thing. I want to move this a little bit further out. Oh, come on. So we're going to have 1 there, and we're going to have at least another 2. And I want to make these ones run that, like that, like that. And finally, like this. Okay, so now let's save this. And let's start making one of these ones. Okay, let's complete this one before anything else. Let's say that this one goes there. I don't want to have that pinch right there. And I don't know if I want to have it there either. Sometimes you gotta really And it comes with experience. I mean, I don't expect anybody to know this right out of the bat, but you know, you have to kind of know where you want your pinches. And unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to, because I don't have another loop for that one, I'm just gonna have to make it right here. And just have this like this. Like that. And we're gonna have to run one right here. Nope, it's not gonna work that way. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna deal with this. Okay. I'm gonna establish this ones first. See where this is gonna take me. Whoops. There's one. There's two. There's three. One, two, three, four. At least these ones are gonna go up. So we're gonna have to have a split somewhere. And it's probably gonna be right over here. Because this has got to continue in this direction. Let's see if that works that way. This one will split this way. And that's a big head right now. So hopefully I won't have to be making too many splits for it. But I may just need to have to do that. Because I'm going to need another one right over here. Going to need another one right over here. And at least another one. And another one. So, yeah, this may work. Can spread them a little bit better. It's a little too spread out for my taste, but and I guess the solution would have been to erase this one, have a pinch right over here, Would that have worked? No, that wouldn't have worked. That would have created a pinch for the inside. Okay, what would have worked to make another line right there? Would have been to bring this one forward a little bit. Oops. Bring this one a little bit like this. And make an extra cut right here. That would have given us an extra loop. There you go. That's a little better. So now we have 1, 1, 2, 3. I can kind of match it right here, right up here. Just gotta get rid of this one right up here. So we have those 3. And another one right up here. So got that one. Okay. That's a little better. A little better distribution. And ideally, I would have liked to have this one right up here, this little rhomboid, just to get this shape going. But, you know, no such luck. I can bring this one on like this. No, I guess I can still do that. Bring this one a little bit further out. Like that. Okay, so now I want to see how I can complete the one right over here. Now that I know exactly how many I'm going to have, I can probably still bring this a little bit more. Just like that. Probably need to bring it in a little bit more. And still just like that. And these lines, usually you don't want to, you want to start spreading them somewhat. I know I created them parallel, but sometimes spreading them a little bit more works better. So you don't have such close polygons next to each other. Another one right up here, and another one right up here. At least that's my theory. I could be wrong. A little bit right up here, like that, like that. No, not too much. And this one right in the middle of these ones. Okay. Like I said, these ones are a little too close. Okay, so let me back that back out. These ones a little bit spreading out like that. And another one right up here splitting this too. Come on. Okay, we're gonna have to do our trick of doing it straight. Like that. If you put your mesh in a way where you can actually draw straight down, your lines are more than likely going to go the way you want them, like right out of the bat. There you go. Same thing right over here. Straight. Straight up. Oh, we miscalculated the amount of lines. That's not good. I have way too many. Okay, let's back that out. But I created more. Come on. Okay, let's redistribute this. It's no big deal. Just need to make sure that these lines are correct and they're not broken. Okay, so we have this one. Let's make sure to have this one on. And there you go. So we have the front of the face all done. Gotta put these guys right over here. I think this is all good. I like how this turned out. So now we will continue with the back of the head and the neck and all that. I'm gonna go take a break and I'll be back.